I would actually say the most important skill is curiosity, because you
Mhm.
can't be a change maker if you're not curious about your clients, curious about your own business, curious about what motivates your own team and where they want to go. So I think just generally being curious and interested and open to things changing is a critical part of us being CFOs. And in terms of making sure we've got those teams behind us that think in the same way, it's just so important. I have an open door policy that I like to make sure everybody in the team knows that if they've got any idea about anything that they'd like to change about how we work as a finance community, absolutely bring it on. Please come and tell me, why do we do it in this way? Could we do it like this? Absolutely. So completely open door on anybody having an idea about doing things differently within the finance community.
Our job is evolving. We cannot just hide behind numbers anymore. While I was talking about curiosity, but I think that the second important skill is to challenge the status quo. It's not because we do things or things used to be this way that it need to stay that way. And one word I always hate is when someone tell me it's impossible. So that's when I say no. I want another answer, but you can't say it's difficult. We can't. Yeah, it's gonna take time, but impossible doesn't exist vocabulary. So yeah, finance team need to challenge everyone in the business without, of course, without boundary, because organizations are different.
CFOs are having to wear capes these days because they're just covering so many different facets of what a business has to do, particularly in small, fast-growing businesses where the roles are blurred between finance, the finance function, and all the other teams. And often finance are seen as the lead of what's needs to happen within a business. And so this sort of idea of moving from stability to change maker has really been something that's been going on for a while now, but particularly in smaller businesses that have to be agile. And I think the other key thing for just coming on to what was just previously discussed is having all of that data in one place is quite a key component for making sure that you've got the different teams sharing information from the same hymn book. If you end up in situations where there's everything separated in different places, we end up with people making decisions about things that are not based on the latest version of information.
Data can be sliced and cut in very different ways to tell whatever story we want. So we can be the sounding board on that. But then it becomes so important that we step into those CEO shoes, which is really to learn, understand the context, the wider business context, and engage with that, because otherwise it'll be very hard. But just a final point on what we need to do on the digitalization is we just need to start. We need to question things. This month-end procedures that we've done forever, who is the audience for that? Karla talked about who's the audience when you do storytelling. We also need to think about who's the audience for the reports we're creating, and apply a bit more empathy layer and understand what is this being used for? Can it be cut? Can we spend our time on different things? And once you start automating, digitalizing, putting some machine learning in place, your organization gets very motivated by that.